Hey everybody, it's Gerald Clark from the Clark Law Firm in New Jersey. I am certified by the New Jersey Supreme Court as a civil trial attorney. We specialize in personal injury and accident cases. A question we get a lot when someone comes to us about an auto crash case is, what's the verbal threshold or what's the tort threshold? On their insurance policy, there's some information that may say the tort threshold applies, and they want to know what that is. And there's two basic things that you want to know or take into account when you're talking about a verbal threshold or tort threshold. The first is, do you have it? And basically what the tort threshold is, it's also known as the verbal threshold, is a limitation on your insurance that says you can only sue if you have a permanent injury in an auto crash case. So the first question you want to ask is, do you have it? And that's pretty easily found out by looking at the declaration page of your insurance policy. On there, it will have a section and it will say whether or not the tort threshold applies or the limitation on lawsuit applies. So that's how you can determine if you have it. Even if you have it on your insurance, if you're involved in a crash with a commercial vehicle, if you get hit, for example, in the rear of the vehicle by an 18-wheeler, the tort threshold is probably not going to apply because you have a commercial vehicle. So the first question that has to be found out in this area is whether or not the verbal threshold applies. If you do have the verbal threshold, the second thing you need to find out, or we need to know about, is whether or not you have a serious injury. Because if the verbal threshold applies, you can only bring a case if you have a serious injury. Serious injury is something like a spinal injury that's shown up on a MRI film that causes permanent limitations or permanent injury. So those are the two big things that you need to find out or need to look at to determine what is the verbal threshold and does it apply to my case. If you have any specific questions about your case or would like to meet with one of our attorneys, contact our office through the website or send us an email or call us and we'll set up a time to meet and talk about your particular situation. Thanks a lot.